Hello, everyone, and welcome to this brief webinar and/or presentation on research tips. It is my hope that by the end of all of this, you will feel a little bit more confident with the entire research process. I hope to provide you with some helpful tips, tools, and tricks that you can utilize to help make the research process a little bit more easier for you. My name is Miss Smith, and I am the reference librarian here at SUNA Library. And at the end of the presentation, I will provide my contact information for everyone in case you would like to schedule a one-on-one instruction with me. Now, throughout this presentation, these are going to be the primary points that I cover when it comes to researching. The first one is going to be the importance of planning ahead. The second, writing things down. 3, never being afraid to ask for help. 4, knowing your sources and the types of sources you need. 5, the importance of utilizing your online databases. 6, using the research to research. 7, the importance of organizing your information or creating outlines. 8, the importance of not plagiarizing. 9, saving your research. And last, but certainly not least, 10, the importance of not procrastinating. Now, for planning ahead. When it comes to planning ahead, you are essentially setting yourself up for success, whether you are creating a timeline, whether you are using your phone, your calendar on there to organize, or whether you have a planner just like me that you walk around with all the time to help you write down important dates and things to keep you up to speed and on track. Planning ahead means organizing your due dates for your assignment in advance, breaking up your assignment and working on it little by little, or setting aside certain time frames up until the final assignment is due will help you throughout your research process. I recommend using a planner or using your phone if you're more tech savvy, unlike myself. It's also important to structure, again, as I mentioned before, your assignment over a period of time so that you do not feel overwhelmed with trying to complete everything at the last minute. When it comes to research, please remember that you must give yourself enough time for the research process. It could take you days to find sources that you need or to find the proper information that's needed, to type everything up to make sure you're adhering to your citation styles. Overall, the research process can be very daunting, which is why it is important to plan ahead and set yourself up for success in the long run. Fun quote by Benjamin Franklin: by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. So please remember to plan ahead. Second, write it down. I know it may seem like it's not a big deal, and writing it down can also be the same thing as taking notes on a Google Doc in your phone or using your iPad to take notes. However, transfer that information from your brain to some sort of writing platform. Okay? Writing everything down is going to be very important, and it ensures that you do not miss any details with any sources or information you come across. Please never rely on your memory. Some of us, yes, we do have great memories. However, writing things down in those details ensures that you leave nothing out. That's why it's also important to take notes while you are researching. Third, ask for help. I get students all the time that wait to the last minute and try to contact me the day before to find sources for an assignment when it would have been a lot easier to ask for help in the beginning. Remember, you as a researcher, you are not alone. You can ask for help from your instructors and or professors, librarians such as myself. I am a resource here for all of you. Or you may even have a study buddy in your class or a peer that you feel more comfortable discussing the assignment with. Either way, if you ask for help, you shall receive it. Fourth, make sure you know your sources. Knowing your sources means knowing whether a source is credible or non-credible, whether it's a scholarly source or or someone's opinion from a blog that isn't backed up by facts or substantial research or evidence from within the field. So keep in mind that whenever you are researching, you are going to want peer reviewed, scholarly sources, things that are credible and evidence based that are going to back up your research topic. Remember that there are also various types of sources out there, so make sure that you are adhering to your professor's guidelines. You may be able to only use academic journals, or maybe your instructor wants you to use magazines or reports. Either way, knowing the type of sources that you are able to use for your research is going to be important for your grade and your overall assignment. Part of knowing your sources means knowing how to find those sources. Utilizing the online databases through the Suno library is going to help you locate all of that scholarly, rich, evidence-based information, original research from different backgrounds across different academic fields and disciplines. So if you do not know already, I would recommend checking out the online database video on the Suno Library YouTube channel as well, or setting up a one-on-one instruction with me so that I may help you learn how to properly navigate the online databases so that you can find the scholarly information that you need. And also, you can also take advantage of our print collection. We have a number of books in our stacks that span across various academic fields and disciplines, and overall, we are here to support you. Again, as I mentioned before, online databases is going to be next. Familiarizing yourself with those online databases, which contain those credible sources and scholarly peer-reviewed content that you need for your research. Another little trick that I like to tell students about is using the research to research. Scholarly material usually contains other scholarly information on your research topic. Typically, anything found within online databases has to be evidence-based or supported from other scholarly research within the field. 9 times out of 10, there is going to be some sort of reference page, bibliography, works cited page that gives you even more sources that were used from the source that you are currently using on your particular topic. Always review the reference page for other research material. It could very well offer and provide you with more insight on your research topic than you would have found looking on your own. So please don't forget to use the research to research. I cannot mention the importance of organizing your information. Organization looks different for everyone, whether that is creating a standard outline or whether that is creating a concept map. Either way, organization is a very important brain function and research function whenever it comes to adhering to a timeline, planning ahead, and ensuring that you have crossed all your T's and dotted all your I's throughout the research process. The more you plan ahead and organize your information as you go, the easier it will be to bring everything together into the finished product. Next, remember, do not plagiarize. Always give credit to the original authors of the sources that you use. Make sure that you cite whenever you directly quote and paraphrase, and make sure that you're adhering to your citation style from your academic field or discipline, whether that's APA, MLA, Chicago Turabian, etc. It is very, very important that you adhere to those citation styles. Not only is having a reference page or listing your sources in alphabetical order at the end of the paper, not only does that suffice, however, anytime you paraphrase or directly quote information from a source within the text, you must also use in-text and or parenthetical citations to cite the original author's work. So remember, knowing the ins and outs of plagiarism are also an important part of the research process, especially when it comes to putting the finalized product together. Another thing, please save your research. As you type, save your research. Make it a habit. After you type a paragraph or two, save your research. If you would like to go as far as to saving your research after every few sentences, please do so. I also recommend to save your research in different places. You should always have more than one access point when it comes to anything or content. Access is a very important aspect of librarianship, and we like to ensure that students have multiple channels to access our library resources and services. You should do the same for your research. You never know what might happen. So having a backup for your backup is going to ensure that no matter what may happen, you are prepared as a researcher and as a student to continue forward with the research process, despite any challenges you may face. Last but certainly not least, and probably the most important thing to remember from this presentation, because everything else falls underneath it, do not procrastinate, i.e., do not wait to the last minute to research, to perform your research. Remember, researching in general is a process. There are certain levels of skills and things of that nature that you need to take into consideration. If you have a more difficult topic or a more narrow topic, it may be a little difficult finding sources on your particular area of interest. What if it is a new topic? You may have to spend 2 to 3 hours researching every day. You just never know. So at the end of the day, if you plan ahead, you manage your time wisely, you do not wait until the last minute to ask for help, because you're also being mindful of others' time along with being mindful of your time. Not procrastinating ultimately is going to be the most important thing that you should take away from this presentation. If you do not procrastinate, everything else mentioned before should come naturally, whether it is planning ahead with an organizer, whether it is learning how to use the online databases to schedule a one-on-one instruction, whether it is organizing your content, creating a concept map. Either way, if you are not procrastinating, all of the other steps mentioned in this presentation previously naturally fall into place for you. That concludes this presentation. Please don't forget to follow us at Suno Library on all of our social media platforms. That includes Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and soon to be TikTok as well. We also have a YouTube channel, which you are currently on. Please like and subscribe to this video. If you hit the notification bell, you will be notified whenever I upload new content for students to utilize. Again, my name is Tariana Smith. I am the reference librarian. I go by Ms. Smith. Please feel free to email me at tdsmith@suno.edu to schedule a one-on-one instruction, or please feel free to contact us through our chat service, or feel free to give us a call at 504-286-5225. And I hope to hear from you or see you in the near future.